welcome back to another dazzling episode of Bedazzled with me, Zora Amin, and it is about time that I start singing Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle all the way. I'd like to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas on behalf of Team Bedazzled, and I hope Santa brings you all the goodies that have been pending since the year 2020. आइए देखते हैं what we have in store for you in today's episode. 1983 was a landmark year in the world of cricket, especially for India, because the dream team that was led by Haryana ka Hurricane Kapil Dev brought home the World Cup. और इसी event पे film बनाई है कबीर खान ने, and we caught up with the cast and crew of the film 83, Ranveer, Deepika and Kabir.
When we used to shoot, we used to have Gavaskars and Clive Lloyds and Gordon Grant just sitting around us. 175, the innings that stood the test of time, that was never covered because the BBC was on strike that day. What a trip it is to think that the first time you will witness that glory will be in the film.
I think the Indians can quite see the ball. It's moving too fast for them.
It was honoring the women who put the dreams of their husbands or their families before their own, because I've seen it up close and personal, and I felt that in my small way we could really take that story to the world. Of course the cricketing side, and of course the players and the underdog story.
Kabir sir and I were in initial talks about the character. He warned me that the bowling action would really be a tough one to crack. And when I started, admittedly, my body mechanics are unique. Every person's body mechanic is different. Mine is unique to me, Kapil sir's is unique to him.
I think the more important and the bigger challenge is how to recreate the euphoria and emotion that was experienced by the country 4 decades ago. I want to be able to do that. When you see this film on the screen, will you feel the same euphoria that the country felt on the 25th of June 1983? That's the challenge.
Fashion Week 2021 opened its door to some wonderful designers and fashion buffs, and we too caught up with the organizers, a lot of celebrities and designers as well. So let's check this out.
Very excited. I love this.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
wish I could wear this all the time and just use this whenever I could. But I think personally, I know she's going to hate me for saying this, but I think her menswear collection is the best collection there is. She's okay with women, but menswear 100%. She gets the menswear right. I mean, it's just perfect.
Oops, I I think Santa's here. Let's take a quick break while I get the dough. Monaco Esports Federation, in partnership with the International Esports Federation, has announced the Sim Racing World Cup warm-up event, which will be held at the Expo 2020 Pavilion of Monaco. And this Dubai event will serve as a promotional event for the main Sim Racing World Cup, which will be held live from Monaco in May 2022.
So we are planning to organize together with International Sports Federation in Monaco the Sim Racing World Cup in May 2022. Hopefully COVID will not stop us. Today we're organizing a warm-up event, the event which shows to people in Expo what is sim racing, what is esports. So it gives the understanding of what does it mean esports, because lots of people heard about this word but no one knows it. And also we're showing the esports which is not that common, which is sim racing. And sim racing is probably best esports for me, because it gives really real actual life skills, because with these skills they actually help you to do in real life. So basically here in Monaco Pavilion we're doing this warm-up event. We invited professional sim racing drivers. So the professional drivers came from Europe and from Arabian countries, and they were competing for a prize. It was a valuable prize, which people who know about sim racing, they will like it. It's a professional steering wheel. And also we are doing the professional competition for the official pavilions. So official pavilion members were participating today here and also in the competition. Yesterday and today we had lots of participants, and now we have 3 best drivers who will now compete for this prize pool. Our concept is to provide every gamer with a possibility to develop their skills, because now only professional esports gamers can dedicate time and can develop their career. And our goal is to make this available for everyone. So we believe that every gamer matters, how we say this, and we're developing this ID for everyone. So what is ID? What is gamer ID? You see here in Dubai Expo, everyone has a passport, right? And the visitors have their passports, and we believe that gamers should be able to have their passports. And we are using now the technologies, blockchain technologies, also to make the data and information available and safe of the people. And also we're creating the blockchain protocol to exchange the in-game assets. It's a very important part of the whole esports and gaming business, the in-game assets, the skins, the cars, etc. And with Passport.gg we're also empowering the gamers to actually to have the ownership of these assets through blockchain technology and through our solution. Monaco is the heart and soul of racing, with Monaco Grand Prix, Monaco Rally, Electric Rally, Formula E event, Historic Grand Prix. So yeah, everyone wants to be at Monaco Grand Prix, and everyone is dreaming of winning Monaco Grand Prix. Well, for on Expo, we've been doing the event only for 2 days. We wanted to have as many people as possible to visit this, but still it's a competition, so we cannot run it too much time, because you see, it's a pavilion, a VIP pavilion here, fully busy with the sim racing. So yeah, we didn't have much opportunities, we didn't have much time for to run, so that was 2 days. Well, that depends on the partners in Dubai, if they want to cooperate with us, and if they are really willing to host something similar, we are happy to do this in Dubai. Because the concept of Sim Racing World Cup allows to do these events in several countries during the year. So if Dubai or other country in Gulf region will be interested, we're happy to do it.
So the Sim Racing World Cup is an event about sim racing, meaning the virtual practicing of simulator and virtual driving. You drive virtually a car, in fact, also in this case a race car, similar to Formula 1. So the event was made to make some pavilions meet together, have a friendship time and meet other pavilions, and I think it's one of the first events like this since the pandemic started. So we keep the restriction with COVID, like 2 people per pavilion, we're disinfecting the equipment and everything. I think until now the event is happening well.
American expert Maya Angelou said, "Nothing can dim the light that shines from within." Our expert Vidya will help us with the slide. Hi Vidya, welcome to Bedazzled.
Hi Zora, it's so good to be back here. Today I'm going to give 4 tips to parents to instill self-esteem in their children. The first tip is to recognize the uniqueness in their children and encourage that. Your children are not supposed to be like you. You're not supposed to give birth to your own self. So how many of you have told your children, why can't you be like me? Why can't you learn maths the way I learned at the age of 11? So this is what I realized about my own sons. My son is not supposed to be me. What makes him happy doesn't make me happy, and that's completely fine. He's not a puppy to be raised or brought in line. He's an independent person with his own journey in life.
Absolutely true.
The second tip is to tell them always that you love them. Full stop. You love them not because they are good in maths or good in science or because they are amazing at arts. You just love them for who they are. The third tip is they can tell you anything and everything. This is so important because if you don't provide them a safe space, they would end up sharing their life and feelings with outsiders. And as a parent, I know for sure that's extremely difficult to hold that space for them. But this is what I've started telling my sons. You can make mistakes, it's okay to make mistakes, but please come and tell me. I'm so glad you told me. And this one sentence is so important for our children. Because as they grow up, they may end up being associated with people who do worse things. And we should be there as parents to give them our unconditional support. And the last and the fourth tip is for them to have an opinion and allow them to argue with you. Because if they can't argue with you, who else can they do that? They have to learn from you to have healthy arguments, because that's how life is going to be for them. Because they can then stand up for themselves when they're in a situation where they disagree with others. So I've changed my thinking. Before I used to tell my sons, this is my house, you do as I ask you to do. But now I tell them, let's have a discussion, let's agree to disagree. And this gives them the confidence to say no to bigger decisions in life. For example, when their friends are drinking, they don't have to go with that and they can stand up for themselves and say no.
Thank you so much for being with us on Bedazzled Vidya. We'll see you next week.
Thank you so much. It's been great being here.
एक छोटा सा break लेते हैं and we'll be back with Shane, Peter and Santosh. So I can't seem to recollect who, but someone once said, the secret to your success is determined by your daily agenda. And our experts have your success on their agenda. So let's move over to them.
It's career tip time.
And today we'll talk about your CV and your cover letter and how to use those to your maximum advantage to help you land the job of your dreams.
When you're writing your cover letter, there's 3 main points to keep in mind. Number 1, why are you passionate and excited about working at that company? Number 2, who are you? What's your title? And where is the company you work for? And number 3, what are you bringing to the table? So here's a quick example. If you're a pilot and you're applying to an aviation company, dear airline, I'm so excited to work for you. I've always been a big fan and feel you're one of the best airlines in the world. And in fact, you've won best airline in the world for the last 8 years running. Myself, I'm a pilot with Company X, and I've been awarded Pilot of the Year 2 years in a year running. I'm just coming back from the Aviation Air Show, the biggest air summit in the world. I'd love to share with you some of the big disruptions that are coming to pilots in the aviation industry if you're free. So again, why are you passionate? Who are you? Where do you work for? What's your title? And then what are you bringing to the table? Those are some quick pointers to keep in front of you when you're writing your cover letter.
So that will really help you have a great cover letter. But your CV then explains who you are. And that's actually the main element where the company will judge whether you're a good fit for their role. But unfortunately, here's some news. Most great companies have between 500 and 1,000 applications for every job. And what that means is often a human being will not read your CV. The initial CV will be read by a machine. through applicant tracking systems and artificial intelligence that many big organizations have. So they have algorithms that look to match the job description with the CVs that they receive. So the big lesson here is make sure that you are customizing your CV for every job that you apply for and using the words that the company uses on their website and the company uses in the job description so that it looks to the machine like it's an exact word-for-word match. You have the best chance then of getting through that initial screening and getting a human being to read your cover letter and then a human being to interview you and be part of the selection process.
This is Shane
and Pete,
wishing all
your dreams come true.
Web-slinging Avenger in cinemas and weapon-wielding Avenger on OTT, but Marvel has given us a lot of work, so let's find out more from Santosh.
Welcome to Watch Me If You Can. Today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man No Way Home, Marvel's biggest outing in 2021 across all cinemas. You all know what's going to happen in the film. You've seen the trailer. So essentially, Peter Parker is exposed as Spider-Man by Mysterio. They also know that MJ, played by Zendaya, is Peter Parker's girlfriend, and they don't have any privacy left. Chopper's hovering above them. The press is hounding them. Daily Bugle, Jonah Jameson is after Spider-Man's life. So what does Peter Parker do? He wants privacy. He wants a simple life. He's a kid after all. He's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He goes to Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange as you all know, to try and reverse time so that people can forget that Spider-Man exists.
Strange, don't cast that spell. It's too dangerous.
But the spell is tampered with and other universes are opened up. Marvel ventures into the multiverse scenario and opens up a Pandora box when you have all the baddies from all the Spider-Mans across time coming back to life. You have the Green Goblin played by William Dafoe from Spider-Man 1. You have Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2.
Hello, Peter.
You have the Sandman from Spider-Man 3. You have Electro from Spider-Man 5. You have also the Lizard from Spider-Man 4. Plus you have Spider-Man and Spider-Man. Are there 3 Spider-Men? Do Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield return?
Wait, everyone?
I'm not going to say that. But this is definitely one of the best Spider-Man films ever.
What's happening?
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
About 6-7 decades ago, Stan Lee, when he was making his comics, there was a low phase, and then he wrote Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which saved Marvel. It is no prize for guessing that Spider-Man No Way Home has once again revived Marvel, which had a low phase after the debacle of Loki, which was not so well received. But yes, it is all connected to the multiverse. There are 2 end credits, all big ones. I'm not going to say any more. Watch it right now. Don't miss this one. While I do recommend you go to the cinemas to watch Spider-Man, let me take you on OTT to watch Hawkeye.
Authorities are wondering if the masked vigilante who terrorized the city's underworld is back.
The past has caught up with me.
It's playing on Disney Plus Hotstar. It's a 6-episode series. Each episode is about an hour long. What is Hawkeye about? It starts from the events of 2012 when the Avengers had the alien invasion, and this little girl, Kate Bishop, watches her mentor Hawkeye fighting the aliens. A small kid who loses her father and is brought up by her mother, who runs a security firm, is drawn to the world of archery with bow and arrow and all that, and looks up to Hawkeye. But is Hawkeye really Hawkeye, or is he the alter ego to the assassin Ronin who destroyed the underworld during the blip? Everybody knows what the blip is. I'm not going to go into that. Remember Thanos snapping his fingers? Jeremy Renner plays Brent, aka Hawkeye, who wants to return to his family, reunite with them for Christmas. But he encounters Kate Bishop, who's now a grown girl, and they are fighting a few villains. Who are they? Why are they trying to assassinate Hawkeye? Are they trying to assassinate Hawkeye or Kate, or is it Ronin that they're after? The sword used by Ronin was up for an auction, which gets mysteriously stolen. Who are after them? We have an Asian assassin, a mute Maya, who has been hired to kill Ronin. But who is Ronin and who has hired Maya? That's what forms the series. 5 episodes up. The next one is going to be out next week on Christmas weekend. Do watch it.
some Christmas.
You have a lot of Marvel bonanza for you. Spider-Man on cinemas, Hawkeye on OTT. So wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a marvelous weekend.
And with that, it's time for me to go. But as always, do share your valuable feedback on our social media handles. Bedazzled again, same time next week with me, Zora Amin. But jaane se pehle, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.